The children of the Amaratzot, the Baal Teshuvah. כי זה ידוע, because it's a known thing that those important souls, הנכבדות, הנעשקות, that been kidnapped בתוך התקלה, into that hidden place of confusions, האמור בזוהר, that's written in the Zohar, בקליפות נוגה, in the noga husks, means the places that you cannot know the truth, you cannot define between good to bad. You see husks, but in the same time you see that they're good for you. You see mitzvot, and you realize that those are the real mitzvot of the Torah, but they're damaging you. So there is a place like that a person can find Hashem Yitbarach in a temple of worshipping idols in India, between those swamis, and he can find Hashem over there. Really, Hashem is communicating with him through the mouths of those swamis, and how can it be? But you're going to ask that person, and that person is going to tell you he doesn't care about those swamis. He's searching for Hashem, and he finds him over there in those contaminated places. And another person, he decides that he wants to go to pray Shachrit in a minyan, in a Bet Knesset. And it's a mitzvah, and there's no doubts about it. And there's no one religious, normal person, I'm not normal, so no problems, that is not keeping that mitzvah to go to pray in a Bet Knesset. So what's going on? And that person is trying to do that, and he cannot. For his wife, it's the worst thing that ever happened to her in her life, that her husband wants to go to pray in a Bet Knesset. And you ask, why? Well, what's the problem? It's a mitzvah, it's the best thing. Hashem should support me to keep that mitzvah, to put tefillin, to keep Shabbos, purity of the family. And for you, it's a damage. So there is a place like that. The day and night are mixing in that place, and it's in twilight zone. You don't know where you are. You want to serve Hashem, and to serve Hashem, it's the biggest mistake now for you. And you have your issues. Why not to? And you find Hashem over there. A person can decide that he's gonna sin, and he go to sin, and over there he finds Hashem. A person can decide a lot of things like that. So, in that place, there are souls that are stuck in that place. Those are the souls of the Baal Teshuvah. The souls that, first of all, in the beginning, they've been kidnapped from the side of the Kedusha by the snake, by the Yetzer Hara, and he swallowed them, and now they're in his territory. But after a while, like Rabbeinu is explaining in a different Torah, the tzaddik went through those pipes, he went through all of those contaminated places, and he kidnapped those souls, and he brought them out. But now, they're still very contaminated, but they're not under the control of the Yetzer Hara anymore. They're in the hands of the tzaddik, but a lot of confusions over there. So, we need to respect those souls. We need to understand that those souls are very important. How you can tell that they're important? Because they've been kidnapped. This is first of all. Why the Yetzer Hara took them? When the Nazis started to fight against the Jews over there. So what first thing that they done was to take the leaders, the most important people, the people that had influence on the public, the rabbis, and the leaders of the Zionim, the Zionists, the politic, and they fired the managers of the banks and the lawyers. And first of all, why? Because this is how you ruin. You take the most important souls and you break them. You break the spirit of the nation. So the ones that been kidnapped, they could be the leaders of the nation. But now they've been kidnapped, and no one is listening to them. But behind all of that, this is hastara shebetoch hastara. Hashem Yitbarach is standing in those hidden places. Why? Because it's Hashem's plan. Hashem made it to happen. Why? Because now you can see a person that he doesn't have a weapon in his hand, he doesn't know how to read, he doesn't know how to learn. So the Yetzer Hara is not afraid of him, so to speak, anymore. Because Yetzer Hara is looking, a person he's not capable of doing nothing, he cannot fight. It's not a righteous man that have whole shas that is supporting him, that have thousands of hours of prayers that supports him, that got a family, holy family, he's coming from a very respected family that can support him spiritually. He doesn't have grandfathers that are standing and praying on him. He doesn't have merits of Pidyon Shvuim in his... He doesn't have nothing. He's poor. So the Yetzer Hara is not afraid from a poor person. And now that poor person, actually, Hashem Yitbarach, inside of his heart, bringing huge will, and Hashem is increasing that will for Kedusha, for holiness, and Hashem gives him abilities, but he's like undercover. No one is paying attention to him. Who are you? You're Baal Teshuvah. Even on Rav Shalom Arush, there are so many people that are not accepting from him because he's a Baal Teshuvah. He's like, no, Baal Teshuvah, another book of a New Age book. Okay, Baal Teshuvah. And you see that righteous man, by that fact that he's hidden and no one is listening to him and no one is looking at him, he can make steps. He's running forward and he's not listening, and no one is looking, no one is observing. Oh, he's a Baal Teshuvah, okay, another Amaretz, okay, another yeah. Where have you learned? I haven't. So, and what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing it bodedut. Who cares about you? This is it, and now you can work. Hashem is doing all of that. Hashem is doing all of that because like that we're now under that disguise, we can run forward. We can achieve things that no one else can do. With that peace.